Time signal and audio here. Following news, a talk program by male and female announcers. Radionette from Greenville, USA, was heard on 9565 kHz on November 15th from 2154 to 2015 UTC Flash. The sound rating was 252. The interview was aired. Audio was given at 2200, followed by news. Radio destination area from Camarim, Brazil, was heard on 9665 kHz on November 16th from 0735 to 0750 UTC in Portuguese. The sound rating was 358. Brazilian music was played. Audio was given at 0748. Finally, Japan Showcase Club will issue the QSL card for the collateral portion of segment of the webscan program. We are issuing a QSL card by email to our group sent by email. Our address for your email reporting is jswcqsl@live.jp. I repeat, jswcqsl@live.jp. We continue to issue the printed QSL card by the same system as before. Your records should be addressed to JSWC, PO Box 44, Kamakura, Texas KAMAKURA, postal code 248-8691, Japan. $1 or $2 for return postage will be appreciated. For this edition of the DX Reports, we'd like to thank Mr. Yoshiaki Hayashi, Mr. Iwao, Mr. Chiaki Shimada, and Mr. Kazuo Okawa for sharing the information with us. Thank you for listening, and please join us for our next edition of DX Reports of Japan Showcase Club.
Dear listeners and radio hobbies, this is Salahuddin Dollar from Rajshahi, Bangladesh. Glad to be there and thanks for listening. The receiving of the current radio station, January 7, 2026, ATBC International, Bokau playing beautiful songs in Bugan dialect was heard at 0935 UTC on 15580 kHz. The SI code was 444. CNR2, China Business Radio in London, often between OX and Y was heard at 0953 UTC on 11915 kHz. The SI code was 444. Voice of Turkey, Emijla, talking in Persian was heard at 0957 UTC on 13740 kHz. The SI code was 323. ATBC International, Bhopal, Union Signal followed by starting of program in Taibam language was heard at 1245 UTC on 12095 kHz. The SI code was 444. ATBC International, Bhopal, YM talking in Jinko dialect was heard at 1250 UTC on 4120 kHz. The SI code was 444. Reach Beyond Australia, English program, Back to Bible was heard at 1255 UTC on 11875 kHz. The SI code was 343. Akashbani Bengaluru, past program, playing Hindi song was heard at 1304 UTC on 11810 kHz. The SI code was 333. CNN 11, Tibetan Radio, AM talking in Tibetan was heard at 1323 UTC on 9480 kHz. The SI code was 444. Radio Taiwan International, Chinese discussion between OM and YL was heard at 1327 UTC on 9680 kHz. The SI code was 333. BBC World Service, Barbies program, started with opening announcement by Weil was heard at 1330 UTC on 15110 kHz. The SI code was 444. Adventist World Radio Agat 1 folk group program called by OM was heard at 1335 UTC on 15265 kHz. The SI code was 343. Voice of Karti, Emirila Urdu Service Karti song was heard at 1314 UTC on 15390 kHz. The SI code was 444. Reach Beyond Australia, ending Nepalese program Mukti Ki Awaz by Poem was heard at 1343 UTC on 15440 kHz. The SI code was 444. Shan News Radio Dhabba, while report in Burmese dialect was heard at 1336 UTC on 17720 kHz. The SI code was 444. January 8, NHK World Radio Yamata Japanese program playing song was heard at 228 UTC on 17870 kHz. The SI code was 333. We want to thank Mr. Pradeep Chandra Sindhu of Tripura, India, for sharing his log with us. If you have any comments and suggestions, please send your comments and reception report to the following dxbangla@gmail.com dxbangla@gmail.com. Okay, I will come with more DX news in the next edition. Till then, take care. Salaudin Dollar, Ratnagiri, Bangladesh.
Hello everyone, welcome to the February 8th edition of the Philippine DX Report number 227. I'm Harry Umaday from the Bacolod City and representing Central Philippines. Thank you for tuning in. Special QSL card. A special 18th anniversary QSL card will be sent to all listeners who submit their reception reports. I would like to thank our DXer fans for most recently sending in their reception reports, Mr. Organakalat in the island of Malta and Mr. Richard Linky in Alberta, Canada. To all of you, thank you very much. Reception lines for January 2026. January 10, China Radio International on 17690 kHz in English from Jinwa at 1018 UTC SRU 545. January 10, Adventist World Radio PSBA on 15430 kHz in Chinese from Guam at 1022 UTC SRU 434. January 17, Radio Taiwan International on 12065 kHz in Hakka from Pauchok at 1027 UTC SRU 433. January 17, Richmond, Australia on 1194 kHz in Indonesia from Colombia at 1028 UTC SIO 333. January 17, NSK Radio Japan on 11815 kHz in Japanese from Miyama at 1030 UTC SIO 323. January 17, All Asia Radio on 15410 kHz in Chinese from Bengaluru at 1042 UTC SIO 333. January 24, Voice of Mongolia on 12085 kHz in Japanese from Ulaanbaatar at 1047 UTC SIO 323. January 24, Wisbian, Australia on 11905 kHz in Korea from Penang at 1052 UTC SIO 555. And January 31, Radio Taiwan International on 11915 kHz in Indonesia from Pauchok at 1051 UTC SIO 333. For your comments, suggestions, reception lines, and information on Filipinas DX@gmail.com. That's PILIPINESPS for Filipinas DS@gmail.com. This has been Henry Umaday for Wavescan reporting from Bacolod City. Nagasusunod sa Central Philippines. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you to our DX reporter. Finally, a reminder that World Radio Day 2026 takes place on February 13th.
Oh, April?
Happy World Radio Day from Christian Ibodo from the Heather Sunny French Riviera.
And finally, a World Radio Day message forwarded to us by Adrian Peterson from Joe Rickwish, wife of the late David Rickwish, of the Radio Heritage Foundation in New Zealand.
Greetings to all listeners. We are here to celebrate World Radio Day 2026. Last year, the theme was focused on climate change. This year, it is focused on artificial intelligence and its connection to radio. Will people trust artificial intelligence, or is the old way of people talking to listeners dying? That is going to be an interesting debate. The traditional role of radio is indeed connecting people and disseminating trustful information and providing a platform for people to express themselves, and as well as serving communities, especially communities which are experiencing hardships such as floods and earthquakes. I have first-hand experience of such hardship through earthquakes in the Christchurch events of 2011, where the Radio Heritage Foundation, of which I was involved, had to find a way to connect communities, and we ended up getting a van from the South Island, Dunedin, to Christchurch, where the community could gather around the radio station operating from a little van, and supplies were brought in to help both people and animals, cats, dogs, etc. And people were talking about their loss and their hardship. So radio is very important in such matters of difficult times. Muchas gracias también a todos los que escuchan por el mundo, los hispanohablantes de la península ibérica y también los hispanohablantes de América Latina. Anche grazie a tutti gli italiani ascoltatori e pure quelli che producono programmi di radio. Et aussi merci à tous les journalistes français qui produisent, qui parlent de radio, et à tous ceux qui écoutent. Again, greetings from New Zealand, and gratitude to all broadcasters from around the world on World Radio Day 2026.
And thank you to Joe Rickwish for that World Radio Day message from New Zealand. And we stand today with the West Tropical Xylophone solo by Nabi Kamada. Thanks for listening to Wavestand, the International DX program, researched and written in Indianapolis by Dr. Adrian Peterson, and in Los Angeles by Ray Robbins. Next week, Israel Army Radio. Lots more DX news, and from the HSCC meeting in Malaysia. Wavestand is strictly in the Americas from WRMI in Florida and WWCR in Tennessee. Across Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, reach beyond Australia, and in Europe on IRRS Italy. Please send reception reports directly to any of those stations. Podcasts of this program are available through wavescan.podomatic. That's PODOMATIC.com. Your comments or suggestions are always welcome. Just email Ray or me using the address wavescan@yahoo.com. I'm Jeff White at WRMI Shortwave in Boca Raton, Florida. Till next week, good listening, everyone.